Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you guys my natural back to school makeup routine, and we're going to chat while I'm doing it. So I don't wear makeup like every single day. I wear it when I feel like it, and I just wear like very little makeup, natural light things. So I thought that it would be interesting to share. I don't know if you guys will even see a difference in my face, but you know what, we will do it anyway. So I have my makeup next to me. I just washed my face, and this is just my bare face with nothing on it. I put my hair back just so it would be a little bit easier, but I actually have a mirror right here that I usually use when I do my makeup, but the way I'm set up, I don't have a mirror. So if I'm looking into the camera, I'm kind of using it as a mirror at the same time. I'm just putting on some moisturizer because, as I said, I just washed my face. So now that I'm done putting on sunscreen and moisturizer, I am going to move on to actually putting makeup on. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to start with is my concealer, and I'm just going to first put on this primer. It's the Milani Prime Correct face primer, and I'm not sure if you're supposed to put primer on before concealer, but I just do it because I feel like it makes my skin smoother and it makes the concealer not crease as much. So now that I've just put on a little bit of primer, I'm just going to let that sit, and then I'm just going to go wet my beauty blender. I have this beauty blender right here. It's kind of gross, but I'm going to go wet my beauty blender, and then I'm going to be right back. So I have my wet beauty blender right here. It's expanded quite a bit, but I'm gonna leave it to the side for a bit and just let it sit, just because I feel like every single time I wet my beauty blender, it's still kind of like overly wet, even though I've already tried to dry it. But I'm just gonna set it aside so that it can dry a bit, and then I'm going to do other things in the meantime. While the beauty blender is just there, I'm gonna do my eyebrows first, and I use the e.l.f. Wow Brow. I think it's a tinted brow gel, and I use the shade Deep Brown. And all I do is I just brush through my eyebrows. It makes it look darker and fuller. Even on days where I'm not doing much makeup, I still like to use this brow product quite a lot. I just feel like it looks so natural, and it just makes your face look so much more defined. I feel like this is a good video to start chatting, so I'm just gonna talk through all of this as if like I'm talking to you guys as my friends. But basically, I feel like I post videos quite just abruptly. Like, I know some people, when they first start with a YouTube channel, they start with things like a Q&A or get to know me or things like that, but I'm not exactly sure how to do that if I don't really have a following yet, and so I don't know where to get the questions from. So I just start posting videos that I think are interesting and people might like to see. This year I am going into sophomore year, so 10th grade, and I'm not excited, I'm not nervous either. Like, I feel really neutral about it. I'm enjoying my summer a lot, so I kind of don't want it to end just yet, but I know that eventually it has to. I'm just not exactly ready for that yet. I have my makeup little thing next to me, which is why I keep looking over to the side, but I'm just going to take this little eyebrow spool and use the spoolie side of it and just brush my eyebrows through so that it looks like fluffier and less matted, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm gonna do. But as I was saying, I've never been to my high school like for a full day. Obviously I've been for orientation and things like that, but I haven't really got to experience what the school is like. So I'm kind of excited about that. I'm excited about meeting new people. I'm just kind of sad that the summer is going to be over soon. So I'm just going to use a concealer now, and I'm using the NYX HD Studio concealer in the shade 06. I think this is Glow. Yeah, this is the shade Glow, and I'm just going to put it under my eyes. So just right here. So So my camera battery just died, which is why the lighting and the angle might look different, and I apologize for that, but I changed the camera battery and it's better now. And I know I look kind of crazy because I have concealer on one side, but I had to change the camera battery before I continued. Basically, I'm just gonna use my beauty blender and then blend out my concealer. I know like typically people put eye cream on in the night, but I read somewhere that, you know, you can put it on in the morning and night. And then I started using eye cream in the morning within my skincare routine, like before I put sunscreen on, and I've noticed that my concealer just looks so much smoother and it just looks way less like creased and dry, I guess. So I definitely recommend that. I don't know if it's like a known tip or known fact, but I don't know. I do it and I think it looks pretty good. I'm just gonna do the concealer on the other side now. So again, with my NYX HD concealer. I really like this one. I've used the Maybelline Fit Me, but I wasn't that big of a fan of that one because I feel like that concealer is kind of thick, so it makes it harder to kind of blend. And then which one did I also use? I think I used the Maybelline Age Rewind, and I just wasn't a big fan of that because I don't like the applicator. I know a lot of people are like really big fans of that and swear by it, but this is my favorite, the NYX HD. So if you can go and get that, definitely recommend. So this is what I just did. It's just a triangle in the corner of my eye and then like 3 little dots. And so I'm just gonna blend that in with my beauty blender. Okay, so I'm showing you guys my makeup routine right now, and this is like kind of my daily routine, but I'll mostly be using this for school because that's where I'm going to be going most of the time, either school or dance. But I don't even start school yet because I think compared to a lot of people, I start school later. I know a lot of people start school in August, but I start school September the 8th, I think, and it's currently August something. I'm not sure what day it is. I'm never sure at this point. But I'll probably be doing the typical and generic like back to school videos. Morning, get ready with me for the first day of school, morning routine, night routine, back to school, things like that. So look out for that. Oh my god, I just poked myself in the eye with a beauty blender. Anyways, I'm gonna start crying any second now. But it's okay. I just also wanted to say that my makeup routine is pretty like all over the place. I don't have a specific order of what I do things. I have a little bit of like I do my concealer first, blah 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 blah. But at the same time, I also just touch up whatever I feel like. If I'm like on concealer, sometimes I'll even go back. Like right now, I'm gonna go back and clean up my eyebrows, like just around with a Q-tip, and then this is the makeup remover I'm using. It's the Bioderma Sensibio micellar water. And so I'm just going to use this to clean up around my eyebrows. But as you can see, it's not like, you know, once I'm done with eyebrows, like I'm totally done. So I've cleaned up my eyebrows a little bit. It's a little red around my eyebrows because I used the Q-tip and my skin is so reactive, like every time I touch it, it literally gets red. After concealer, typically I know people use a powder, and I would too, but I haven't been able to get one just yet, so I'm not going to set my concealer with a powder just yet because I don't have one, so we're just going to skip that. So the next thing I'm going to move on with is just my eyes. I don't do much face makeup, like concealer is pretty much it. Sometimes if I have a really red spot or a really red breakout, I'll use a little bit of concealer just to cover it up and just make it less noticeable. Okay, so sometimes I'll put a little bit of shadow, like something really light on my eyelids, and most of the times it'll be the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I don't use it as a bronzer much just because I feel like it looks really awkward if the rest of my face is bare and then there's just bronzer. I feel like it would look better if I had like actual face makeup on. But sometimes I'll use this and just put it on my eyelids. But today I'm not going to, just because I don't feel like it. So I think people who do like really thick winged eyeliner with like liquid eyeliners are so cool. I can't do it for the life of me because I've never actually used a liquid eyeliner, and it honestly just doesn't go with the look I'm trying to go for. I want something a little bit more natural, but I definitely think people who can do that and do that are so cool. So I'm just gonna go really natural with this, and all I'm gonna do is add a little bit of a wing right here. It's gonna be really small, not very noticeable, but I think it makes a difference because I feel like it makes my eyes just look a little bit bigger and it makes them pop. Okay, so I don't know if you can really see it, if it's really noticeable, but I just did a little bit of a small wing for my lash line. Sometimes my eyeliner looks so good and they look pretty even, but sometimes they just, I feel like with everyone it's like this, but sometimes they look like they aren't even related. Like, I know people say that about eyebrows, but like, I don't draw on eyebrows, I just brush through them, so they're just the way it is. But the way that I draw an eyeliner, sometimes they really just don't match at all. But that doesn't really matter because mascara fixes everything. So I'm just going to do the other side, and I'll kind of show you because I feel like that was not very helpful. So all I do is I don't know, in my head I can see a line like where I want the wing to end, and so I just kind of like make a small mark there, and then I go for my lash line and connect it. So here, okay, so as you can see, I made a small mark right here. So it kind of goes from my under eye and goes up right here, and I want it to end off there. So then I just connect it to my lash line and right here. So it just goes like that. So I'm just gonna... Okay, so I just did that. I connected the line, and I just used a Q-tip to just clean it up a little bit so it looks more like a wing and less like a blob. So this is what it looks like, if you can tell. It's just very light and very subtle, and I just think it brings more attention to my eyes, which I like. Okay, so now I'm going to just curl my eyelashes, and I have 3 mascaras. I've been meaning to get the Lash Princess one by Essence, but I haven't been able to get that one just yet because I still have 3 mascaras to go through. But the telescopic one is definitely the one that I use the most when I do curl my eyelashes because it just makes your eyelashes look so long. So I'm going on a tangent here, but I think I'm just going to use the telescopic today because I plan on curling my lashes. I'm just gonna curl my eyelashes. They're definitely not short, they're like medium length, but you can't even tell on camera, which is really frustrating. But I'm just gonna do that on the other side as well. Okay, so the camera doesn't really pick up on my eyelashes, but hopefully with the mascara you'll see it more. I know the L'Oreal Telescopic was really popular for a while, and then people just stopped raving about it, and they moved on to like the Sky High one. I haven't gotten a chance to try it, but I've definitely heard of it even before it started like trending. But I'm just going to go through my eyelashes with it. Like, tell me you can see that. I really, really, really hope that you can see that. It's so long and amazing. It looks so good. Like, really hope you can see it. It looks long. The only thing is it just doesn't look very dark at the bottom. But that's okay. I don't mind that. So I'm just going to do that on the other side as well. I said in this video that we would chat, but I literally barely said anything. Okay, let's chat about my life, what's going on. So I've been trying to do something every single day of the summer to make it more eventful and memorable despite everything with COVID. I've been making plans to go out with friends. I've been going to dance quite a lot lately, and I took a break from it momentarily, but I'm glad that I am back. And I feel like with the COVID thing, it's made me go back to dance more than I would if it wasn't. I feel like if it wasn't COVID and just like normal life, I would be going out with friends a lot more, and so I'd have less time for dance. So the last thing I'm going to do with my eyes, my routine is almost over, but I'm going to use this Morphe Truth or Bare palette, and I'm just going to go in with this little brush, and I'm going to go in with this shade right here, and it is called Unveiled, and it's like a goldish like white kind of shade, and I use it as like a highlighter. So I'm just gonna use a little bit, and I'm gonna go in the very corners of my eyes. I feel like a lot of people do this nowadays, and I really like it because I feel like it makes my eyes just so much more, like, it gives it a pop. I know a lot of people do a lot of highlighter, but my skin is super oily, so I don't feel the need to put highlighter on because throughout the day it gets oily and then my skin just naturally looks shiny sometimes. So this is what I look like at the moment, and now I'm gonna move on to my last step, which is my lips. And for my lips, I have been obsessed with these lip tints lately. These are from Bath & Body Works, and I picked them up the other day just out of curiosity, and I love them so much. I have the one in Classic Nude, and then I also have this one, Glam Red, which I use more than the nude one. I use this one daily, but it's so natural. It just looks like your natural lip, but like red, if that makes sense. You'll see, but it looks really natural, and I love the smell of it. It smells like vanilla frosting, literally so good. I've tried a lot of tinted lip balms, but I feel like they're either too like lipsticky, where it's like not like a balm at all and it doesn't make your lips feel soft, or some of them are just too much of a balm where your lips don't get much tint and it just looks like a gloss on. And I think they have another pink one, but this is what it looks like. And so I'm just going to go across my lip like that. And here we go. Okay guys, so this is the final look. This is going to be what I probably will be doing for school. I think it's really natural and really perfect to just do it each morning for school. It doesn't take too long, and I think it looks pretty good. So I just wanted to thank you guys so much for making it to this point in the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe because it would really mean a lot to me if you could support me by doing that. I see every one of your guys' comments every time you guys like or subscribe, and it just means a lot. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye!